Hi everyone, MJ here. It is 2 minutes after 11 p.m. in Hukou, Taiwan, and this has been one heck of a day today, let me tell you. Not been a good day. This should be, yeah, that should be noise reduction on. It's noisy out. Let me move the mic a little bit more. I want to welcome everyone to Taiwan. It's been one heck of a day, and I want to talk about it a little bit. You can ask me anything that you want. Let me turn the camera around and say hello. How's it going? And yeah, it's not been a fun day. Not a fun day at all. My day started, I went to sleep at midnight. And oh, here I am. I'm joined by people that, hey, Passion, good. We're doing good. I'm just sitting here and suddenly two people sat down, so we'll just have to continue. Yeah, where I'm at, it's fine. We're on the West Coast, it's not a problem. But the East Coast, a lot of places got wrecked. And let me show you what my day started out with this morning. I was woken up by, we have an alarm system in Taiwan, and they call this a presidential alert. Like if there's a missile flyover, or something's fallen from space, or a bad earthquake or something, they call it a presidential alert, right? I hate smokers. And so this morning, I went to sleep at 12 midnight last night, and I tried to get my 8 hours. So I was sleeping, and just like at 2 minutes before 8, my phone on the bedside goes ding with the presidential alert. And then I hear my wife screaming, and the house started shaking. So this is my bedroom, and this is the lamp in my bedroom. And this is me at 8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. And if that weren't enough, that was at 7:58. And at 8:11, oh, that was the 7.2 that hit off the coast. And effectively, where I lived, it was a 5.0. So if that weren't enough, a 6.5 hit at 8:11. And by that time, I was downstairs. And so this is in my dining room. Hey, Dave. Glad to see you. Good to see you. Packing, though, where do you go? See, the thing about an earthquake is that a lot of people don't realize is there's nowhere to run. See, I got another earthquake report today. It's one thing I want to make very clear. All day long, we've had aftershocks. We have had over 200 aftershocks. This is ridiculous. This is beyond anything I've ever experienced. Now, I've been in a pretty heavy, back in 2004, the first year I moved to Taiwan. In October, and I was living in Taoyuan, we had on the 7th floor, we had a very powerful earthquake. And I remember looking out the window and seeing the window, shaking relative to the background. But I got to tell you, today was, it was really something. But it's like, it's like the plate game, Once it's like you don't know what to grab. Yeah, it's all over the place, and you got to worry about yourself, and you got to worry about other things like not getting hit by falling stuff. Now, thanks mostly to Jevons, and he's known as Jevons 7, number 7. Hey, MC, how you doing? And yeah, and your first thought is not to save so many things, but it's to get underground and get out of the way. But yeah, it's just no matter what, you feel helpless, right? But thanks to Jevons and my follower network, I have so many photos and so many videos. And a lot of these are going to be exclusive, and you're never going to see them anywhere else except right here. So buckle up, because we got a little bit of stuff to show you guys, and some of it's pretty incredible. I'm not too concerned about the audio, but people, you know, the commentary, you can imagine what it is. You're saying, wow, there's a boulder in the road and stuff. I have purposely, oh, Mark, good to see you. Okay, thanks. Fist bump. I have purposely not looked at the casualties because I don't want to know. I just know that like the Gigi earthquake killed thousands, and it's just, you know, I heard that three hikers got crushed by falling rocks. I was like, man, oh man, I don't want to know anymore. So let's start out with photos. Okay, I'm just going to put photos up, and all right, we're going to start with this guy right here. Yeah. I believe this is a school. I'm not sure, but you know, enough to knock tiles off the building. It's crazy. And a lot of these, unfortunately, guys, I'm sorry, but unfortunately, you know, people always photograph with their phone the way they hold it when they use it as a phone. And as much as I try to tell people, turn the phone on your side, but whatever. So I could put all these side by side, but yeah, this is, you know, tiles and things broken. Yeah, this is not really so bad, but some of the infrastructure is bad. Now this looks like either an MRT or a railroad line, but I don't have any more information on this, but clearly you can see this is bad. And for those of you watching on a big screen TV, I'm going to go back to my home later and review this on a big screen TV. Must be pretty interesting looking. Now, this is a big problem because my friend Andreas and his wife Kathy, they live in Chica Mountain in Hualien, very, very close to the main, you know, part that was hit. And they're telling me all the time that, you know, the mountain roads get hit like this, and a boulder came down just as this bus was coming along, and boom, what can you do? Nothing. There's nothing you can do. There's no warning. And all these cars, you know, they get smashed by rocks falling. Now, Taiwan is a very, lots of scooters. Taiwan is a very beautiful place. The scenic beauty is off the charts. It's phenomenal. But it also, if you look at it on the scale of, you know, possibilities for natural disasters, it's pretty high. But for me, I think it's worth it. But here's some more of these mountain shots. You know, it's a nice Mercedes-Benz. The back end of it's destroyed. And you notice, you know, that's not fog. That's not a mist. That's dust. Because what happens is, I'm going to show you later when you see the. Hey, Patty. Yeah, thank you very much. We appreciate it. We can always use more prayers, that's for sure. But look at this, these boulders, man, scattered. It's crazy. Now, I want to apologize if there are any connection issues, because today in Taiwan, we lost, in my neighborhood, we lost 4G and 5G. We're on 3G for a couple hours. And even right now, I mean, the 5G is back up, but it's not fully operative. And the reason for that is it's a network. And even though this area is, you know, pretty okay, I mean, we're shaken up. I mean, my house did a dance I never knew it could do. It was bouncing around in 3 axes. I mean, you know, X, Y, and Z is nuts. But other parts of the island don't have any landline internet. They've been, you know, the cables all been cut. And so there's a tremendous, tremendous pressure right now on the mobile phone networks in Taiwan. So if I apologize if there's any problems. Now this, we're going to see more of this later. It's hard for me to get the story on this, but this looks like one of our tunnels in the East Coast that a bridge uh, coming out of the tunnel, going across a huge crevasse, has fallen. And yeah, the destruction is pretty rampant. This is all in the East Coast, and things like this are very typical. Now, I myself just, taking like a holiday, and just driving in like East Taiwan. I myself have come across boulders, not quite that big, but like the smaller things, the smaller ones in this picture. I've come across those just on a day-to-day basis. So you might have a heavy rainstorm or large wind that might rock some trees or something and knock things down. But there's always a chance of this happening. Now this is another boulder, and a lot of the area in East Taiwan is cut through mountains, but they have these kind of open-sided tunnels in some areas. So, yes, yeah, it is. It is, and you'll see that rail line got hit pretty bad. Okay, let me see. Let's go here. Oh, I need to take this one off. Sorry. This is a famous area that everybody in Taiwan, including me, has pulled over the side of the road to take photos of the water. It's a phenomenal place, but yeah, it's going to need cleaning up. We're not even halfway through. It's a couple scooters. Yeah, a couple scooters here, right? And one of them's laying on the side. They they're just sitting here and minding their own business, and bam, they get whacked. In a few minutes, I'm going to have to hook up my battery bank because I'm running low on power. Let me prepare that. But here we go. Another one of those tunnels, and you can see that there's debris in the way there, and so the stuff is falling left and right. And the bad part about it is there isn't really much of anything that you can do about it. And poor people are just driving along, and all of a sudden stuff falls from the sky. And what are you going to do? And here's more of that rubble coming down. I mean, this is so typical, and it may seem kind of boring, but yeah, it's a real thing. Now, pardon me for 1 second, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to take 1 second, and I'm going to go around to the front here, to the USB port on this device, and I'm going to plug this in so I can charge my phone. Okay, there we go. Very good. All right, now. Yeah, we've seen this one. It says transmission is stable due to a weak network. I want to make sure that I didn't miss anybody's comment. Nope. Okay, just making sure. All right. In a minute, we're going to get to the videos. This is a famous shot. You've probably seen this on the news. Just fell over, I mean, many places in Taiwan, they don't put the, the pilings all the way down to the bedrock. In a lot of instances, that's actually a good thing because you want the building to kind of float a little bit. But anyway, and I'll talk about my daughter's school in a minute. This is kind of a dark photo. It's the same building. Now, at my daughter's school, she said that they just had an earthquake drill 2 weeks ago, and the kids have a pack that they keep with them, and they put it over their head, to protect it, and then they dive under the desks. But what they did today was the earthquake was so heavy that they evacuated the kids out onto the field, the track. They got an oval, outside. And the kids stayed out there for a while, but there were aftershocks all day. And I asked my daughter how many did she feel, and she said, oh, maybe 10 of them. So all the kids are trying to study, they're trying to learn, and all day long, and then you get one of these, right? And the thing about it is when you get an aftershock, you don't know if it's going to intensify or whatever. It's you get shell shocked. You absolutely do. And the other thing that happens, which is really strange, is once you've had a big earthquake and you've experienced that feeling, and then you have like an aftershock, then you realize, oh my goodness, there might be more. Every little movement that you perceive scares you into thinking it's an earthquake. Like, you reach on the table for your water bottle or your coffee cup or something, and then chair goes like this. You go, oh, it's another earthquake. It's you fake yourself out all the time. It's bizarre how this happens, but it does happen. It's not pretty. So let's go to the videos. And you guys are not going to believe this, okay? So buckle up. Here are the videos. Man, how would you like to be in that? That's just crazy. Now, the fault line that got damaged is partly on land and partly undersea. And scientists have already determined that the shoreline water levels have changed. The seabed is different. And what mariners noticed today, these are, professional fishermen, boat captains, they all noticed that the water is doing currents, like this one. Apparently caused by the shocks. Okay, here's another video. And this is where there's stuff falling off the building. Look at this. And it hits the building. Boom, look at that. Oh man, I'm gonna play this again. This is short. Wow. Boom. Okay, sorry, this is already on there. All right, now that one, okay, this one. Here's another currents. And this boat apparently broke free from the mooring, and it's just being carried away. See, when an earthquake hits, you can't predict all the things that can happen. Things like the moorings can break. Just who knows? The way your car reacts to it, or so forth. There's another construction site, and stuff's falling off it, and I don't really want you to hear it so much, but there's women screaming, and they're saying, "Oh, it's so terrible," and yeah, it is. See the light poles? Yeah. Not a pretty sight. Not a pretty sight. There's another one. We're just, material just falling off. Now this is a phenomenon that you want to look out for. When the hills start disintegrating, there's it apparently is kind of slow looking, but you'll see a massive dust cloud rise. And you're going to see more of these dust clouds. And look at this. This is just coming right in. And there's a car way back down there. And he is racing like heck. Look at this guy. He's got the pedal to the metal. See that car? Yeah, he just escaped from that cloud of debris. And it's not just a cloud of debris because something's causing the debris, causing the cloud, and it's it's rubble, it's stones, it's rocks. That guy's pretty calm though. He's pretty calm right now, which is a kind of a hallmark of Taiwan people. It's amazing how calm Taiwan people can be in emergencies. I've seen other videos today where guys are walking around because the men here really take charge. I really appreciate that about Taiwan men are manly men, and they'll go around the neighborhood and they're looking for people, and they'll say things like "bao bei," which is how you say the word for treasure, because that's what they call children. And they go, "Oh, bao bei, bao bei, are you okay?" They're looking for kids. They're looking for women to help them to get out. And in various neighborhoods, and if you notice this on YouTube and other news sources, I mean, these men are going around and they're basically heroes in the neighborhood, but they're just regular men, right? And so, but they're so calm. It's amazing. And they make other people feel calm and like, don't worry about it, it's going to be okay. And so that guy, I mean, he almost got decimated in a cloud of dust and boulders. And he poured the heat on, and then he slowed down. I mean, I don't know if I would slow down. I would probably drive with the pedal down all the way home. I don't know. All right, so this is another shot of that building that's tilted, and here's one of our firefighters and EMT rescue persons helping someone out of the building, and that's going on all over here. I gotta tell you, Taiwan Fire and Rescue, these guys are superhuman. I've seen them do amazing stuff. I've seen them shoot a jet line across the gorge and just shimmy across it to go get people. I've seen them carry like grandma out of the house. Just amazing. This is somebody on the train, and they are witnessing that dust cloud coming down from the mountains as stuff is falling. And here's another one of those dust clouds, and this is probably a pretty good example of what it looks like. Now you're far away, so it kind of looks like it's not moving very fast, but it is, because those, they're massive. Look, it's the whole side of the mountain. If you were up next to that, it would overwhelm you. Now I apologize, I'm down to 100 kbps because the 5G just isn't working. And like I said, the whole system is under tremendous pressure. All right, here we go. This is just, they've got another one. Another one just came in. Another earthquake report just came in on my phone. So, but look at that. That's just otherworldly. It's people sitting here because they're stopped in traffic. It's a smart thing if you have that massive an earthquake. It's a smart thing to just discontinue driving forward until you assess the situation. This is interesting. More of those bouncing light poles all the way down. Taiwan has a lot of elevated highways. We call these gaojia, and the gaojia all over Taiwan. We're rocking and rolling. Now, I'm going to show you this. This is my house. This is my personal security camera, and that's my car. If you look in the upper left-hand corner, you see that it's 7:58 in the morning and 50 seconds. And that's my own car rocking and rolling outside of my house. Now you'll notice that the awning and everything doesn't seem to be doing much. It's all moving together as a contiguous unit. But I thought you would enjoy seeing, my own car rattling, and then it just settled down. That's about how long it lasts, but I gotta tell you, when you're experiencing an earthquake, it seems like forever. Now I have a couple more photos, and these are really going to show you the whole thing. What I want to show you is this. Hang on. Look at this building. Notice that line. Okay. Make a mental note of that line. It goes through a window on the right, and it's underneath a window on the left. Right? Okay. Because the building is cracked, basically in half. It's kind of like the Twilight Zone. There's a Twilight Zone, the original Twilight Zone in the 60s that had a visitor from 2D. His name was Eck. And Eck actually cut a building in half. That's what this reminds me of. No sound. No sound on the... Oh, you're right. What happened? Wow. Okay, let's try this again. No sound. Wow. No sound. My external mic has quit, and I don't know why. Okay, thanks. Good. This is so bizarre. The DJI mic is working, but I have no idea why there's no sound. I'm gonna try it one more time. Okay. No, thanks. I'm gonna try it one more time. 1 2 1 2. This is crazy. Why is there no sound? Okay. I have no idea why there's no sound, but I don't care. I'm not going to worry about it now. This is bizarre. Yeah, I've got this expensive microphone system, and the thing just crapped out on me. You hear me now like this. Okay, great. Thanks, Lou. Yeah, this is just the iPhone microphones, but yeah, thank you. I unplugged the receiver. This is bizarre. You know, the wireless microphone receiver just quit working on the iPhone, and I have no earthly idea why. Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. This building, look at this building, and memorize the line, okay? On the left, it goes under a window, and on the right, it goes through a window, right? And then you're going to see that in this case, there's a crack that goes right through it. It's great. Now, there is a wire, but I'm not talking about the wire. So this building got cracked, and many buildings got cracked like that. And many buildings got more than just cracked. Many buildings actually tipped. And that's just, I mean, that's insane. Unfortunately, with the iPhone microphones, I don't have any noise reduction. Now, this just breaks my heart because this is a liquor store. And those of you who know me know that, that hurts. That hurts. Bad. A lot of trucks, you know, just doing their thing, driving along at speed, and they got whacked, you know, destroyed. Nothing you can do. I mean, look at this. There's another one. This is all East Coast, and this is high mountain. You can tell this is 300 or 400 meters high. Yeah, at least. Hopefully it's not rum. I hope it's just some cheap blended whiskey. To be honest with you, Lou. Yeah, if it's like a 15, 21, 28-year-old Scotch, I think I'm gonna have to light some incense or something. I don't know. Here's another one. Just unbelievable. Now, this is what I was saying before. There's a lot of this damage. Now, see, there's a boulder on the road higher up. There's a couple of them there. But you can see that on this particular road, the rails have been damaged in a couple places. Both sets of rails have been damaged. And I gotta tell you, I mean, it's, from an engineering standpoint, to fix this, it's relatively easy. You just go there and you get a cutoff wheel. You put the tie downs and stuff in, but you have to do a field weld, and it's kind of, we say in Chinese, kind of mafan. It's kind of a pain in the neck to do, but you can't run the train until you do it, you know, and you got to do it. And so they're going to have to get hot and do that. No, it will be, because Taiwanese are very tough, and they're used to this, and they have, you know, the infrastructure, you know, to handle it. So don't necessarily like it, but you know, I never heard anybody complain. So there's one last thing that I want to show you, and I think this is probably like the most Taiwanese thing I have ever seen in 20 years of living in Taiwan, and it's this. There was an elderly guy in a swimming pool when the earthquake hit, and he just went with it. Yeah, hey, gonna enjoy it. What I want to do is I want to zoom. I want to zoom on this. I want to zoom on this some more. Let's see this guy. This guy's a legend. Years ago, in Medford, Massachusetts, to paint the steeple, and it's way up there, you know, and the scaffolding gave way, and a guy fell. Now the newspaper reported that as he fell, he stretched his arms out, and he went woo-hoo, like a swan dive. But he hit the grass and he bounced and he broke some stuff, but he ended up living. And he, you know, he went to the hospital for a couple of weeks, and then he was interviewed later, and they said, "What did you do? I mean, you know, the scaffolding gave way, and what'd you do? You know, you did a swan dive." He goes, "Well, I thought it was the last thing I was going to do, so I was going to enjoy it. There wasn't anything I could do about it." And that kind of, in many ways, hey, Matthew fist bump. In many ways, that embodies the best way to go. Now, ladies and gentlemen, ordinarily I would love to stay on more, because you know how much I enjoy live streaming and interacting with you guys, but the internet is terrible. I've got like 530, you know, kbps. I usually have 4,000 or more. My microphone stopped working. I don't know why. It's going to bug me. I need to fix it. This is going to drive me nuts. And so I'm going to sign off. I showed you what I wanted to show with the, you know, okay. And we're on the West Coast. We don't have to worry about like the tsunami and things. But the tsunami did hit the lesser Japanese islands out here, because we got islands that are just a couple 100 kilometers off the coast here. You know, between here and between, oh, I see, okay. No, it's not you. Between here and between the Okinawa, you know, the main island. So those islands got hit, but they're not, I haven't heard anything. So I don't think that they suffered, you know, major damage. But now I got to figure out what's going on with this guy. This is going to make me mad, because I spent, you know, some pretty good money on this in order to use for this purpose. So you guys take care, and remember, MJ loves you. Yep, fist bump to all you guys, and everything's cool. And you know, leave me a message on YouTube if you see something interesting. Feel free to leave a comment, you know, and link to another video about the earthquake. It would help other people find it. So thank you so much. Thanks, Patty. Thank you. I really appreciate it so much. You guys take care. We'll see you next time.